Hello, everyone. I'm Carmen Rodgers with Tallassee Publishers. I'm here with Mayor Johnny Hammock. We're at City Hall this morning. It's Monday with the mayor. Today we're going to go over tomorrow's City Council meeting. We're going to go over the agenda. There will be a work session beginning right here at City Hall at 5 p.m., followed by the City Council meeting that will start at 6. And it looks like the first thing on the agenda is to consider a resolution authorizing a new bank account for the funds relating to the Sewer Lagoon Rehabilitation. That's a mouthful.
Yep.
Mayor Hammock, can you tell us what that is pertaining to? I know that our Sewer Lagoon, you were recently awarded a $2.1 million grant for that?
No, it was 2.4, a little over $2.4 million grant for that. Also, we got $500,000 in forgiveness from the state revolving debt loan. So if you add all the grants that we've got during this administration in the last 2 years and 8 months since we took office, that puts us over 4.1 million total. So on this project, 2.4 and some change plus 500,000. So $4.8 million, we're getting close to $3 million in grant money.
And there was really no way around this rehabilitation project.
No,
That had to be
no,
done.
the sewer lagoons had pretty much reached about the end of their lifespan, so we had to do something, and we're under consent order from the state to do it by 2021, so we're already underway, checking with flow meters all over town to see where our sewer, out of that $4.8 million, $1.1 million of it is rehabbing sewer lines, where you do what's called cured in pipe placement, where we'll go in the cracked terracotta pipes under the ground and kind of put a bladder in and blow it up, and then you shoot this resin type stuff that hardens, and then you pull the bladder back out, and it kind of makes a pipe inside a pipe. It's great technology. We've done it over here with the City Block Development Grant in East Tallassee, so we'll be doing that at our worst areas all over town. But we had to start a new bank account because there's going to be a lot of money coming from the federal government for the grant money, and try to keep it separated from our general fund. It just makes it cleaner, easier, and the federal government, had a 2-hour conference call with the EDA the other day, and they got a lot of rules and stuff. It's hard to get the grant, but it's even harder work administrating one this size. So, but the staff, the engineering, CDG engineering, John Smith with Boston Bingham, myself, Andy Coker, all the people here at City Hall that have to gather the information. It's a team effort, and it's going to take over the next several years a good team to administrate this type of grant. But I'm excited, I'm up for the challenge, and I know my staff is as well.
And the work that's going to be done at the Sewer Lagoon, from what I understand, it's not a temporary fix. This will last.
Oh, it'll last the rest of our lives. This will give us 50 plus years.
That's good. That's good.
I'm excited.
Okay, well, moving right along, item number 2 is to consider bids for multiple capital improvement projects.
Okay, multiple capital improvement projects. Every year, since I've been in office, the state oil fund gives money to our municipality. This year it's $46,000, and it has to be used on capital improvement. So last year when I got it, one of the things I did, I put a roof on the senior center. Well, this year, what we're looking at, the AXE building needs a new roof.
Yes.
All right, because it's leaking. Also, the senior center, we need to do some work around the windows, kind of reseal them and everything. Also, I'm looking at getting a bid. I'm supposed to get it today for on the side of the senior center where you can hit a button and automatically the doors open. So if you got a wheelchair or a walker, so trying to do some things like that, and also painting these rusty tornado shelters out here. So I've got several bids on each project from different contractors, and we'll be going over that and hopefully getting the okay from the council to spend that money.
Okay, that's good. We've got to take care of our seniors, because I tell you, they are over there just having a good time at the senior center.
Oh yeah, they are.
They stay active, and it's fun. It's fun to go over and watch them.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
And moving right along, the third item on the agenda is to consider an agreement for consulting services provided by Retail Strategies LLC.
Yeah, Retail Strategies, they're a company out of Birmingham. What they specialize is in helping municipalities go out and recruit retail, like clothing stores, restaurants, things like that. when I ran for mayor, one of my platforms was economic development, and I do a lot of work. I've worked on several projects like solar farm, and got something in the works that could possibly come here that would be hundreds of jobs. But I'm only one person, and my staff here at City Hall, we do the best we can, but sometimes we need a professional group to help us recruit. They know the movers and shakers in that field, the developers that come in and build Popeyes and Burger Kings and Taco Bells and stuff like that. So we've done some work with them in the past, some contract work, but we're looking at bringing them on staff for the next 3 years. It'd be $30,000 a year, so it's $90,000 over 3 years. But personally, I think it would be great. They presented to us at our Tallassee Economic Development Committee, and everybody was 100% on board. So now it goes to the council to see what they want to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be good.
Hopefully it works out. It's up to the council.
Right, and we'll find out tomorrow
Yeah,
night.
find out tomorrow night.
You need to join us here at
Yeah.
City Hall at 6 p.m. to find out.
That's right.
And moving right along, this is always a good one. Consider a request from Keith Tuck on behalf of the Tallassee Community Outreach. I'm guessing that's for the back to school kickoff.
No, I think this is kind of something he does in the summer with them. He does a lot of stuff. Keith has been in this philanthropy for many years at Tallassee Outreach. He has cookouts for the kids, takes them to a camp, hiking, fishing. Keith is, he's a few years older than me, but I have all the respect in the world for Keith. He does a lot, gives a lot back. He played football at Tallassee, went on to Alabama State, got an education. I think he is a pharmaceutical rep, and his wife is a doctor, but he hasn't forgot where he came from, and he likes to give back to his community, and that's what I love about Keith.
You're right,
Yeah.
you're right. So if it's not for the back to school bash, it must be for Family and Friends Day?
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But he does the back to school bash and gathers up school supplies, and some of that money might go toward that. But he's and there's a lot of people kind of getting into this, giving back. A lot of different people, starting up. So in the community. So that's what I love about Tallassee is people, trying to give to people and try to help them out. Some people aren't as fortunate as others, and when you give back, if it's not in a monetary sense, maybe we're giving back with your time and stuff like that, with the CDC and places like that. It's just great.
You're absolutely. I've seen it time and time again. If there's a good cause, the city will get behind it and back it 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 6, consider the request for the 2019 Tallassee 6U All-Stars. That's one thing about, especially it seems like our youth softball. Each year we have a team that if they don't become the World Series winners, at least they're competing. I assume that's what this is pertaining to.
Yeah, I had a lady call me and I said, well, you just have to get on the agenda. I mean, a lot of people don't understand that I don't just sit here and can cut checks like that. If it's not in the budget, then it has to come to the council to vote. And we've only got, I think, $2,000 in that line item. So, we can't give it to everybody. So that's, basically it's a first come, first served basis. And, some people have already came with other groups and we haven't given them any money and said, well, we'll try to look and get you in the budget next year. Unfortunately, we just can't give money to everybody, but the council would be up to them, if or how much they give to this sports team.
Right. Well, I know y'all have, you fund some of the local civic organizations, and often if there isn't money in the budget, then they can be referred to those civic organizations that can help. So indirectly, the city is still helping fund those activities.
Yes.
Okay, so it seems like the council, number 7 is there's always something to do with the Park and Recs Board. We're looking for some more members.
Yes, we are. I think I think Darrell Wilson has got 2 people. There's 2 open slots there that he's found 2 people that are interested, so they'll have to be voted in.
Okay.
I don't even remember who it is, to be honest with you. I saw the email come across. I read it, but I don't know.
Okay, and so we'll find that out again tomorrow night.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then number 8, this is probably the hot topic.
Mhm.
Another progress report from Building Inspector Andy Coker
Yeah.
on the work at the Hotel Tallassee.
Hey, they're working over there.
They are working.
They're working. You know, my wife owns a business over there, so, you know, I help her on the weekends walk dogs sometimes, and, yeah, I can tell the difference there, you know, so,
I actually went inside.
yeah, oh, wow.
Yes. And there's a lot of work to be done, that's for sure. But like you
Mhm.
said, they are over there working. There are boots on the ground
Yeah,
and lots of lumber going in.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think they're trying to support that, between the second and third floor, they were getting some wood to kind of support that so they could get up on the third floor and take that roof off and
Yeah.
do some stuff up there, so,
Yeah.
you know, hats off to Mr. Troop.
Yeah.
Hope he keeps it up.
And L&E Construction, they're over
Yeah.
there. They are working in
Mhm.
that heat. There's,
I know.
needless to say, there's no AC in that building yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but they're getting the work done.
Yep, I'm excited.
Progress is progress.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, we're getting there.
Awesome.
Yeah, doesn't happen overnight.
Nothing does. nothing worth it.
Didn't get that way overnight. It's not gonna be repaired overnight.
That's-
So just everyone bear with us.
That's right. All right. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up.
All right.
And
Thank you.
thank you for joining us. We hope you'll join us again next week for Monday with the Mayor.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a great day.